Whenever I do a series on Google Calendar, I always turn into a bit of a lecture on time management. So here we're going to keep going pretty quickly, but I'm going to talk about time management for a second. As a business person, it's so easy to get caught up in doing what's urgent instead of what's important. Now, I know what it's like. The photocopier breaks down, the computers go out, the AC is broken, somebody calls in sick, and all this crap that's happening today will push off the other stuff you want to do until forever, and you eventually forget about it. You'll tell somebody to do something and you're going to forget about it because you have 50 other things that you have to do. And it makes it very difficult to run a business because people that are smart realize that you're busy, realize that you're running around, and they count on you not following up all the way. So I'm going to show you how to follow up with them a little bit better, a little more proactively, and also keep tabs on yourself too. So let's go into Google Calendar and let's see what we can do here, okay? How do you sign into Google Calendar? Well, just everything else. Your username and password, Miro4121, and my password is 2smellyfeet. I wonder how many of you are actually log into this account when we're done this course, but here we go. We're setting up Google Calendar. It's asking you to set the time zone. I'm in Eastern time, that's easy. And now this is very interesting, okay? This is one of the cool features it has. It has the ability to remind you of events by text message to your cell phone. And this is a fantastic thing because I can't even tell you how many times I've been at a meeting or doing something and my phone will beep, like it just did a few seconds ago, and it'll say, Miro, you have a meeting or a phone call in half an hour. And it's like, holy crap, I completely forgot about that. And it's amazing how many times that simple feature has saved my butt because, oh, I better get back to the office or I have to go here. But it's so easy to get caught up and fall behind. So this is a good feature. So obviously you want to put that in here, put in your phone number here, and then it'll verify it. But it's an excellent opportunity. The new Android phones have an excellent interface with this Google Calendar feature. It's fantastic, as well as the iPhones have it as well. So please take advantage of these features. Another thing that I do is I always have Gmail open on my personal computer. So even while I'm doing other stuff, the reminders will come up and they'll show me and they'll kind of run my life for me. So let me just get out of this particular function because I don't want to do that. So I can finish setting that up if I want to later. But let me go through this very quickly and we're going to talk about what this can do for you, okay? Let me get out of here. Here we go. This is a regular day, Father's Day, and as we're looking at these different dates, we pick a date. This is exciting, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So let's look at a daily thing, a week, month. Here we go. This is a monthly day. Let's talk about certain tasks that we need to do and that we need our employees to do. So let's just say, okay, you know what? End of the month, sit down and look at how you work and what you need to do. Say, you know what? At the end of the month, I need a report for my staff to run. So 30th of the month, create an event. Now look at the event, click on it, and edit the event. What are we going to do? We give the event a title. We need to run month-end report at end of day. Okay? No, it's not an all-day thing. It happens at, let's say it happens at 7 p.m. when we close, 7:30 p.m. Fine, that comes in. Now here we go. Now this appears on my calendar because it's on my calendar. I'm going to add a guest to it. So I'm going to add Miro Posvic as my employee, and I'm going to add whoever else I want to. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put in where office, and I'll put in what it is. Print all month-end reports and place in file. Very simple thing. Fantastic. Save. Yes. Now this is very important. What we've done is we've created an event. Now this is really designed for appointments, but I don't care. For me, every task is really an appointment. Because if you just have a task on a list without attaching a deadline to it and without attaching accountability to it, it's just a thing on a piece of paper for yourself and for your staff. So do I want this invitation? Hell yeah, I do want this invitation. So what's going to happen is that's going to appear on my calendar and then it's going to appear on my employee's calendar. So I'll know to expect that from that person at that time or whatever. And if it's not done, it comes up and reminds me. Because you know what? I'm just as human as anybody else is. So I'm going to forget stuff. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to go back in this event. And I'm going to edit the event. If this is a regular event where it happens all the time, we can say to ourselves, you know what? This is a repeat event. How does it repeat? It repeats on a monthly basis. Monthly, here we go. Every month, and there we go. It never ends. Done. So when we go back, save, yes. So we go back to our calendar. We're going to look at the very bottom here. We're going to see monthly report ends 3rd. Now what happens to this? Oh, I can take this event and move it over to the 31st. Yes, send. Any changes you make, you press send and it will update everybody. And that's what you want to do. You want to update people as you go. So this is a fantastic time management tool. And you also make your availability very clear. If you want to have certain events or certain things happen on a regular basis, you will. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, and this is so important. We talked about the Google local site, okay? And I did a contract for a guy, and I was doing some analysis, and this is what just blew me away. Let me show you something that is important, that should be done on a regular basis. So let's talk about this. There should be a monthly review. I'm going to pick a random date of the month, and what it should be is it should be an event where you, as the owner, reviews all your online listings and how they perform. I'll tell you why it's important. Review online listings, pages, and reviews. And this should be a repeat on a monthly basis. Doesn't matter when, as long as it gets done, okay? And it's not all day, it's whenever, 10 to 11 o'clock. So what's going to happen is this is going to appear, and write yourself down. Get your lazy butt onto a computer and make sure that your listings are all positive and accurate. So, and you're going to say to Miro, why is this important? This is so incredibly important. I cannot overstate possibly how important this is, and I'll show you why. Here's an example of a guy that has a bad review, and I talk about this in my book. Okay, he has this review of his payday loan store, and let me read this to you. I went in there 3 times to cash my checks, and each time they don't have enough to cash my check. I want to talk to the manager, and he wasn't available. Surprise. I called the following week, and they didn't want to transfer the call to him. Take a message. Yeah, right. I will never go there again, and I would not suggest this shady place to anyone. Holy cow. I mean, it's a terrible review. Not only is it a terrible review, but if you look carefully, this review is 3 years old. That review on the Google pages has been chasing away customers from the store for 3 years. I can't even imagine how much money this has cost the guy. Why? Why? Number one, he didn't know to look. Number two, if he didn't look, he didn't look on a regular basis. Look, we're in a business where we collect money from people. We're going to piss some of them off, okay? And as soon as you get somebody mad, you got to know about it. You can't have this kind of stuff in your thing chasing away business. Once a month is a pretty good time because, if you want to check it every day, check it every day. But once a month is enough. But like I said, you want to do this kind of stuff on a regular basis. And the calendar is the tool that lets you do that. So you make lists for yourself. And you make lists for your employees. And you use this system to nag them. This is why every employee has a Gmail account. Every employee is on a Gmail calendar. And every store has a Gmail account. Why? Because the store itself will have a calendar in there that you'll use for scheduling, and you'll put people's schedule up there, and they will have time to make changes to it, and then the changes get updated to everybody involved. So this is such a powerful tool, and it's free, and it works. So absolutely use this Google Calendar to manage your time, your store, and your employees. And like I said, whenever I do something, whenever I assign a task to an employee, I'll put it on there and I'll put it in writing. I'll say, this is what I need you to do. I'll put it on the calendar, and it's like this. So let's say right now, Monday, July 8th. What? I need Jimmy to provide me a report update on collections files from store 3. There we go. Edit, create event. So I'm going to edit the event, and I have myself on there. Okay, it's a one-time deal, and I'm going to email this to Jimmy too. So here's what's going to happen. On this particular day, I'm going to get a reminder on my cell phone that's going to say, you're waiting for someone from Jimmy. Jimmy's going to remind her half an hour before saying, hey, your boss is waiting for this. And it's beautiful. Because you know what? I don't want to sit there and nag him every day. I don't want to nag myself every day because I forget stuff. We all do. So this Google Calendar will save your butt. Because you sit down and you plan your work and you just let it go. And that way you're just going boom, boom, boom through your day. This review of the online thing, checking online listings, it takes you 10 seconds. But if you forget to do it, it will cost you thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. This guy's been running ads. He's running ads and he's got nothing. What do people do? How do they get there? They pull up their phone and they see a Find Cash Plus. What's the address? Oh, when look up the address, let's look at the reviews. And the only review on there is a bad one. It's ridiculous. So don't get caught like that. Don't be foolish, and absolutely don't waste your time like this. It's crazy. So Google Calendar, number 1, use it to schedule yourself. Use it to schedule your stores. Use it to nag your employees, follow up on tasks being done. Also, use it to create regular follow-up for yourself. For example, if you have an employee that's been kind of messy, you know what? Put a note in here for yourself. What? Let's create an event. And edit the event. What do we have? We have check cleanliness of store 2 inspection. And let's repeat this. Every Tuesday and Thursday. There we go. It never ends. So every Tuesday and Thursday, that's what's going to be inspected. And you know what? You include the employee on that email, on that calendar event. So until you stop this, it's going to appear on your schedule. Check cleanliness of store. Check cleanliness of store. Check the store. And what happens? Half an hour before it happens, you get a ring on your phone. Go check the store, and it's fantastic. You're going to run a really, really tight ship, and you haven't really done that much more work. But every time you have a task to do, you put it in writing. You put it on the calendar. You nag them. You nag yourself, and that's it. And that's why everyone in your staff has to have a Gmail account, and that's how you run it. And this is such a good tool, and people don't use it. They just, book my appointments. I don't care about the appointments. 9 times out of 10, an appointment is some idiot trying to sell me something. This is important stuff. Making sure the jobs that need to get done in my business are getting done. Making sure that my business is seen to the world in a positive way. That's important. So absolutely use this tool in that way. So that's it for Google Calendar. One of the things I talk about a lot is why use these Google tools. The biggest reason that I use them is it's all web-based, it's all cloud-based. Now granted, sometimes your internet connection goes in the crapper, but 99% of the time, you're able to access what you need to access online. And one of the key things about this is something called Google Drive. Now let me go back into this here. All you gotta do is press the Drive button and it comes up. And Google Drive is very simply, it's a virtual hard drive. It allows you to store stuff in the cloud on Google servers away from your computer. So what does that mean? It means that in your stores, you can pretty much run whatever you want in terms of computers. It also means that you don't need to store a lot of data. And what happens, let's say you're at a printing company and you need a logo. Well, instead of trying to find your computer to get to it, you can say, you know what, I got this logo on my drive. So how to use Drive is press Drive, It logs you in because it tracks all that, and upload a file. So let's upload some files. So enable folder upload. Here we go. Oh, let's do OneDrive. Here we go. Upload files. And I talked about logos. Let's see what we have here for logos. Do we have a logo file anywhere? We got a logo file. Here we go. So I'm gonna press this logo file, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna send this logo file off my computer into Google Drive, and that's useful because now it's on Google Drive. Anywhere that I am, let's say I go to the printing company. I say, I need some business cards, and I don't have them with me. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hop on to my Google Drive, and there it is. I can access. So what's happened here exactly? We got into Google Drive just by pressing the button. We signed in automatically because we already logged into other Google features with our username and password. Username and password, Miro4121, password 2 smelly feet. Great. Now we go to Google Drive, and there's our file. So at this point, we can open it up, we can look at it, we can do whatever we want. So that's the fantastic thing with it. So that's the use of Google Drive. You can put your videos on here, you can put your pictures on here, documents, you can back up whatever you want. So it's a great tool, and again, it's free. Now it comes with a limited amount of space per account. So if you open 10 accounts, you can put together quite a bit of space. But like I said, I always recommend having a major account and having other accounts running off it. Okay? So that's Google Drive. And the next one up is we're gonna talk about YouTube. And YouTube is amazing. I'm gonna blow you away something. YouTube searches have gone up by 10 times in the last year and a half. YouTube videos are now such an integral part of our framework of our society. People are lazy. They're not going to read your 15-page, 20-page website, but they will watch a 2 or 3 minute video. They will. That's what they're used to getting information out. You know, how-to videos, how to get a loan, how to cash a check, how to come and see us, how do you find us. These are videos that you should be taking, and you should have already, if you've gotten this far in the course, you better have taken those videos. I'm going to go over there and kick your butt. Seriously. These are videos that people will watch, and they'll communicate your business, and they'll help you create a rapport with your business. Your goal is, number one, to attract customers. And then you want to create a rapport with customers. You want them to trust you, and you want them to be the right fit for you. If you're a payday loan store that will give a loan to anybody, then that's what you say. You say, you know what, Billy Bob, you come in here, we'll give you a chance. Even if your teletrack is terrible, even if microbuilders support, we believe in you. We want to give you a chance. And very often that works for some people. If you're a small operation and you're very risk adverse, you say that. You say, you know what, we are the payday loan store for people that want the best rates, the best service, but we're not going to take you unless you're spotless. And you kind of communicate that through your marketing. So your marketing shouldn't just be attracting everybody, it should be attracting the right people for you. And the YouTube videos are such a powerful way of doing that. So I'm going to show you how to load them up and how to do that. So let's go. How do we get to YouTube? Very easy. Just press the YouTube button. Remember, we're already logged in under our email, under the calendar, and everything else. So here we go, saying welcome to YouTube. Let's get you started. How great is that? Thanks for signing up. What are we going to do here? Next. Save. There we go. So you see, Miro, what are we doing on YouTube? Well, remember we were talking to you about your videos. We were talking about how you should be shooting some videos. So let me see if I can find a video on my computer that I can upload. See up here and there? Now let's just slide over. The top right corner of all the Google functions, you will see your name and your picture. And this lets you know, hey, I'm already signed into this account. What if you're not signed in? No big deal, you can sign out or switch account. I'm not signed in, so let's sign in. And who am I? I am Miro4121, and it's 2 smelly feet is my username and password. So what do I do? I want to upload a video. And the video should should be somewhere in your computer. So I'm trying to find a video on my computer that I need. I'm going to click on here, select the video to upload. I'm going to go to my computer and try to find a video that I've taken recently that I can put in here. Here's one that I took with some friends of mine. They sell stuff at gun shows. They sell tasers and stuff. They're a lot of fun. So I'm going to use them. I'll pick up a mid-sized video. Here we go. I'm going to say open. And there we go. It's going to load up the video. Now this is so important. While it's uploading, we need to describe this video to people. This name doesn't mean anything. So I'm going to say this video demonstration of how to use a I don't know what the video is, of how to use these products. Okay. Now you're going to need to have the description and the tag in there too. So we're going to get into that a little bit more with Google Analytics. Now this is so important. Your description is how Google searches the video. Okay. What do I mean by that? It means that when you set up your Google local listing, Google is going to search the text of your listing. It's going to say what your listing says. And then it's going to search the name of your video, the name of your pictures. It's going to search the names and descriptions of this. Additionally, your tags and your description will also be included in Google searches. So when someone searches check cashing store in your town or payday loan store in your town, these tags not only have to appear on your site, they also have to appear on your Google local page, and they have to appear on your video. And all these different searches tell Google, hey, you know what? This is a perfect match. This business, this customer, this person is looking for a check cashing store in San Jose, California. They want someone that will give them fast decision, no credit check, and bad credit okay, and a pay loan on the spot. And if your Google page says that, and your video says that, and your pictures say that, it's wow, this is a perfect fit, this is what we're doing. So that's why this is so important to have these things set up. So let's see, okay, this particular video is for a fire starter. So let's see, it's a fire starter video. Fire starter video. Camping gear, survival stuff, whatever. Here we go. And it's how to. And here we go, customize the message. And this is important. Public, unlisted, private. Now this is a very important thing. One of the things that we do that I push for very, very aggressively, and I haven't mentioned this, is training videos for your staff. You absolutely have to train the best possible practices for your staff, put them on YouTube, but here's what you do. You list them as private, and you list them as private, and what happens is you can send those videos to your employees, and I cover this in my operations manual. Use the videos to train your staff, because if you train a manager, the manager trains a clerk, the manager leaves, the clerk becomes the manager, and then within a year, your main message, your ideal, beautiful script of how to answer a phone has been watered down through 10 people, and you've gone from, hi, thank you for calling ABC Loans. We're thrilled to hear from you. How can we help you today, sir? You want a loan? No problem. Here's what we do. We don't check your credit. We don't care about your credit. We just care that you're working, you have a job. If you're bringing your pay stub, we're willing to give you a loan. We want to work with you, and this is it. Come on in, sir. And this beautiful, brilliant, inspired speech becomes, yeah, what do you want? Well, you know what? We're here. If you can't find us, too bad. And that happens all the time. I see it every day, and it's so important that you don't let it happen to your business. So using the YouTube videos as a training program, as a training platform is great. It's cheap. Just organize it, take your time, and lock it up. And absolutely. So if you have your video for your store, you want to make it public. So I'm going to publish it, and there we go. And it's beautiful. And now the video is live. And that's how simple it is to upload a video to YouTube. And again, I hope you have about 10 of these. And if it's, what's your video title? How is your, how do you find us? Where are we? If you're behind somewhere, we're on the second floor. Let me take you with a video camera and walk up the stairs. If you're behind Staples, drive on the street holding the camera. Drive safely. Here we go. Here's Staples. We're right behind Staples. We're in this corner. Make it simple. Make it dummy proof. Remove the barriers between you and your customer. Also, informational videos. Dear customer, how do you get a loan? We need you to bring in these pieces of information. Bring in your pay stub, your bank statement, a utility bill. Bring these with you. Bring your ID with you. Because nothing worse than, put yourself in the customer's shoes. You're driving around. You go somewhere and they say, you gotta come back with this, you gotta come back with that. They'll do it because they need the cash, but it's a pain in the butt. And they kind of resent it a little bit. Like, you know what? Couldn't you cover that before? Give them all the information they need. Make them feel comfortable, okay? Establish that level of service. We do money orders. We do this. We do that. Talk about what you do. And each video, make it short. People have like a 30-second attention span. You make it quick, make it fast, and do a bunch of them. But these videos, number one, are important for searches. They're important to give you the strong Google local listing. You want to dominate it. Nobody has one video up there. You should have 6 or 7 specific to a topic that are searchable, that link back to your local page, that link back to your other page, okay? Number 2, it's an opportunity to create a rapport and a relationship with your customer. Additionally, you need to be able to leverage that and be able to develop that trust. And that's so important. It's different. I mean, think about this. Someone comes in the first time, they're kind of looking at you and they're like, what do I need? I need this, I need that. And you kind of get a little bit of the face and a little bit of attitude, and they're not sure. But how different is it when they come in and they're referred there by their cousin? And their cousin said, these guys are awesome, they're nice, they're sweet. They come in, they already have a positive attitude. They already have a positive and enthusiastic expectation of what's going to happen to them while they're there. And that is so important. And that's really what you want to create with these videos. Don't be shy. I'm not pretty. I'm doing these videos for you. And I hope you appreciate it. But do not underestimate this part of it, because it is so important for the searches, for everything that you produce these videos and you get them out there. So that's YouTube, and we're going to talk about the photos next.